All right, welcome to the Patriot Hour for Thursday, February 14th, 2019. It is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you lovebirds. All right, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for giving us a few minutes of your time. We're going to go over a few articles here. If you're new, subscribe, ring the bell. Maybe after the video, everybody share, like. Give us a thumbs up. It helps beat the YouTube algorithms, gets us out there. We're already heavily shadow banned. So just helping, we're already not getting promoted, all right, in the traditional ways that YouTube likes to work for those that they like to promote, okay? So it's going to helps when you guys do it manually, all right? That's just old school, but it really works. All right, without any further ado, let's jump into a couple of different, we got a lot of hypocrisy going on. We know that. We like to cover it. We like to show the different tidbits of articles all around the internet that I've scoured. And typically on a morning like this, we're going to bring you a few different things. And in the journey of seeking the truth, we got to read a lot of stuff, folks. All right, so political.com here. We got McCabe says he opened the Russia investigation into Trump to put Russia probe on solid ground. This just came minutes ago, folks. Former Deputy Director, FBI Director Andrew McCabe on Thursday confirmed the existence of the investigations into whether or not President Donald Trump was acting either knowingly or unwittingly as an agent of Russia, saying in an interview that he was very concerned and wanted to make sure Russia investigation was on solid footing in case he was sacked. In an interview set to air Sunday on CBS 60 Minutes, McCabe told host Scott Mike Pelley that he took the extraordinary step of opening the investigation in May of 2017, almost immediately after he took over as acting director of the FBI, in the wake of the president's move to fire former Bureau Director James Comey. He said he wanted to ensure there was documentary evidence that the probe was underway in the event that he was too removed. McCabe's revelation confirms a report by the New York Times last year that in the time between Comey's firing and the appointment of special counsel Robert Mueller to oversee the investigation into Russia election interference, the agency examined whether the president was doing Russia's bidding in both a counterintelligence and criminal investigation for potential obstruction of justice. Now, in a clip of 60 Minutes, the interview aired Thursday on CBS This Morning, McCabe told Pelley that he met with the president at the White House the same day Comey was fired. I was speaking to the man who had just run for the presidency and won the election for presidency, and who might have done so with the aid of the government of Russia, our most formidable adversary on the world stage, and that was something that troubled me greatly, he said. As a result, he said, I think the next day I met with a team investigating the Russia cases, and I asked the team to go back and conduct an assessment to determine whether where are we with these efforts and what steps do we need to take going forward. McCabe recalled that he wanted to make sure that the Russia probe, which includes whether Trump or his campaign colluded with Russia meddling efforts, was on solid ground because he feared the White House would try to shut it down. I was very concerned that I was able to put the Russia case on absolute solid ground in an indelible fashion. That I was, if he was removed quickly or resigned or fired, it's funny, resigned or reassigned, okay. So if he was removed quickly, reassigned or fired, that the case could not be closed or vanish in the night without a trace, he told Pelley. I wanted to make sure that our case was on solid ground, and if somebody came in behind me or closed it and tried to walk away from it, they were not able to do without creating a record of why they made that decision. The former deputy FBI director was fired by then Attorney General Jeff Sessions last year, just a day before he was set to retire, but he had become a favorite punching bag of the president's long before. McCabe helped oversee the FBI's investigation into the former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton email server, a probe that has long been the subject of complaints by the president. Trump famously railed against Clinton for that investigation, which never resulted in any charges against Clinton or anybody, and cited the FBI's handling of the case in the letter to justify Comey's firing, though he later admitted it was because of the Russia investigation. So last year, the Justice Department internal watchdog found McCabe inappropriately authorized the disclosure of sensitive information about the Clinton investigation to a reporter and repeatedly lied about it to investigators and even to Comey, which Sessions had argued was the basis for his firing. McCabe's dismissal meant that he was unable to collect full benefits from the FBI. The former deputy director is threatening a lawsuit in order to collect them, though McCabe's lawyers have acknowledged that the watchdog's findings were referred to prosecutors. He's set to release a tell-all book next week detailing his time working under Trump. In an excerpt of McCabe's published Thursday by The Atlantic, the former deputy book published by Thursday by The Atlantic, the former deputy FBI director goes into more detail about the aftermath of Comey's firing and Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein's decision to appoint a special counsel to oversee the Russian probe. The president, McCabe wrote, was proud of his decision to fire Comey and misjudged how FBI agents at the Bureau's Pennsylvania Avenue headquarters were reacting to Comey's firing. The president wanted to go to the FBI headquarters to express his support for the Bureau. McCabe wrote in his book an idea that the then acting FBI director said he didn't feel was appropriate and he hoped would not come to fruition. Rosenstein, McCabe wrote, was obviously upset about Comey's firing, that the White House was making it seem like the scheme was Rosenstein's suggestion. McCabe also said that he urged Rosenstein to consider appointing a special counsel, citing the uproar over how the Clinton email investigation had ended. The deputy director wrote that at that point, the Rosenstein was very engaged, but not yet convinced. Elsewhere in the excerpt, McCabe described meeting with the so-called Congressional Gang of Eight, the House of Senate Majority and Minority Leaders and Chairmen, the ranking members of House and Senate Intelligence Committees. The next week, when Rosenstein informed them of his decision to appoint a special counsel, McCabe had argued to Rosenstein that the informing Congress of the Bureau's actions would equate drawing an edible line around the cases we had opened. McCabe said that the point felt like a moment of relief for him when I came out of the Capitol. It felt like a crossing of a finishing line. If I got nothing else done as acting director, I had done the one thing I needed to do. So that's McCabe, his story. And he's got a book coming out, but yet there's criminal investigations possibly for his lying. Unbelievable, these people. Like, I'm going to get my word out first. What does that hinder? What does that hinder? So now we have had top people. So NBC News shows are conveniently ignoring exclusive report of vindication of Trump. All these reports, the heads people of these agencies, Trump, no collusion. No collusions are coming out. Reports are coming out. And they're just ignoring it. Now you have, like, even though, you know, these investigations were done and people were in play to do them, you have, like, the heads of some of these, you know. So, like, right here that says that this guy disagrees. Mark Warner of Virginia has come out and stated that he respectfully disagrees with the reports, the findings from these agencies that did the investigation. So that's convenient of the mainstream, just to ignore, again, some actual facts. All right, so got some headlines here. Jake Tapper performs failed comedy skit about Ilhan Omar anti-Semitism scandal. Hillary Clinton defends 12,000 late abortions. Where's Whoopi? Where's Whoopi been? Ever since that, is it Joy BR, her face? Whoopi Goldberg, star co-host of ABC's The View, has now missed 6 straight episodes after the blackface photos of co-host Jay Bihar resurfaced, or Barr or whatever, resurfaced in the midst of the scandal involving Virginia Governor Ralph Northam. Unfortunately, Whoopi is still sick. I'm sorry. At the opening of Tuesday's show, Whoopi, we miss you. I hope you're watching. I can't wait for you to get back. Wednesday, Goldberg was absent again, and again, Bear offered a similar message. So, unfortunately, Whoopi is still on the mend, and hopefully she'll be back here soon. Not much more to. Now, we have also discovered, like, Whoopi, some of this stuff's getting real, like I said, hypocrisy at its finest. Now, Whoopi was married to Becker, or Ted Danson, right? Now he had a face surface when he was married to her. They went, I don't know if I could find it. Let's see here. Ted Danson, black face. Let's see here. Go to image search. All right, here we go. So yeah, we see that they were married, they were a couple. And here he is in TL 1993 during a Friar's roast of Whoopi. And there she is, all smiles and laughter. It's all funny. So maybe that's why she's sick. Sick to her stomach. All right. So now, was that all good, done in good taste? How do they feel about it? You know, it's kind of things they gotta deal with now. So interesting stuff, folks. All right. Okay, I got some stuff going on here. I will be back at some point, right? So make sure you're tuned in, subscribed. Anything breaking, I'm working on some other stuff. Anything breaks, any new Q post, which we do have actually. So I'm going to shut this one down. I'm going to do a quick Q video. Keep that separate. So you guys will check that out. If you haven't already, who knows which one will come out first. Again, I'm Mike. This is Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed each and every one of you worldwide. And we'll see you back here real soon on the next Patriot Hour update video. Have a great afternoon.